Okay, so this is the Hungry news. I forgot to tell you this last time, and I forgot to shoot yesterday. So, moving on. You know, it's always best to talk about something you don't know. Now I'm gonna talk about something I don't fully understand. So basically, there's the legal system in every country, and there's a legal system in Hungary. So I'm not a lawyer, and not being one means that I have no idea how it works. They pay a lot of attention to grammar stuff, and that's about it. So, but I know that the legal system in Hungary is very, very slow. I don't know about your country, but here 10 years is just you know, a normal case. And we're talking about both the private stuff and the commercial stuff. So basically, if a company sues another company, that's a lot of time. And also, if a private person sues another private person, or you commit a crime, that's a really big part of your life. For example, if you commit a crime and let's say you are on trial for 5 years, and you walk around for 5 years, basically, I don't think that killers should could walk around. But if you steal stuff, and for 5 years you're free to steal anything, and then maybe they sentence you to 6 months in prison, or 1 year in prison. I think it's a little bit strange, but I don't really have any knowledge about the legal system, so this could be very good. Yeah. But anyway, so basically here in Hungary, the general advice is not to sue anyone because it takes 10 years or 20 years, and when you are at the end, and for example you win something, I don't know, a small amount of money, then it's not going to be worth it anymore. After 10 years, after 20 years, who cares? So maybe if you have a bad neighbor and you want to sue him or her or them, whatever, well, you can do that, and people usually do it. Instead of talking to each other. So I don't go to the other person, say, hey, well, you know what, that's really bad what you're doing. No, just they sue them, especially elder people. I think they don't have any better things to do, maybe. Well, people have a lot of free time. That's the only one which is truly free, and we have that. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that sometimes, companies sue people, and if you have a company and you have a contract with another company or even with the government, and they don't want to pay, well, they don't pay. So you have a legal document. Let's say it's foolproof and bulletproof and every proof. Well, if you want to make them pay, you can sue them, and after 10 or 20 years, well, if your company still exists, you get the money, which is, I guess, it's really good. Now, one example. There was a highway building process. Basically, they built a bridge over the Danube north from Budapest, and the government paid for it, obviously, from our tax money. But the government was very smart, because none of the contractors, and we are talking about hundreds of companies, none of the contractors was paid. And basically they try to sue, the government, but who can sue the government? I mean, seriously. So who would succeed? No one. So basically, a lot of companies bankrupted, if I think it's a verb. So, or they declared bankruptcy. That's a good expression. And basically, what happened is that the bridge has been built. Some protesting was going on for a couple of days, but that's it. You have to go to the police to get a paper, to be able to protest, because not if you protest without a paper, a permit, then you get arrested. And even if it's hundreds of thousands of people, perhaps, I don't know how they could manage it, but they have a lot of weapons, for example. So basically, that's a good word. That should be the word of the day, basically. Now, so what happened is that for a couple of days they were protesting. Then they got tired. They declared bankruptcy, because and if you don't have, for example, if your company buys the material and pays for the employees, then well, there's no money left to get another contract. So basically you are fucked. And that's what happened. And that's what I wanted to tell you about the legal system. I know it's not all bad, but it's really hard to see the good side of that kind of legal system. But what I really want to know, and of course we are still at the beginning of these videos, so there's not a community formed around it. Maybe there won't be any, but you know let's stay positive. So if you really want to tell something to some people, and that would be this. uh, are you satisfied with the legal system in your country? And if you are not busy enough to make a video response, could you explain how the legal system works in your country? So if you want to sue somebody, how long does it take to succeed or fail? And have you ever experienced problems with contracts? So people don't want to pay, and you cannot sue them to pay, because before you succeed, you have to go bankrupt. That's it. So thank you very much for watching, if you watched it. And if you didn't watch it, well, you're missing out. Or not. That's up to you. Okay, so that's it. That wasn't very long, was it? No.